I was hoping today that I would wait until the Iron Bowl before making any other videos or anything, but we got some big news in college football, a hire, actually, as Michigan State, who just over a month ago let Mel Tucker go after allegations and accusations and however you want to put it, which I'm not saying is false or anything like that when I say accusations. I was, you know, I I believe everything that happened, and I, don't want to get into it, but it crumbled, right? Michigan State. I mean, we're not but 8 years removed from when they made the college football playoff. Mark D'Antonio retires. Mel Tucker comes in. People say Mel Tucker from Colorado. Uh, he's going to do great. He's going to do great. And at first he got off to a good start, but then he didn't. Um, where Mel Tucker just had lost games he wasn't supposed to lose, won games that were obvious. You look at what they've done this year. They lost 41-7 to Washington. Washington's a good team. 49-0 to Michigan. Michigan's a great team. 38-3 to Wisconsin. Decent. And then 42-0 last night to Penn State. It has, in ways, like Michigan State has proven they can compete, but they just could not win the big games. And then the allegations come in of sexual allegations with Mel Tucker, and they fire him, rightfully so. So the question has been who's going to replace Mel Tucker. Now, what has happened is there's been a lot of names been thrown around, and it has come down to Johnathan Smith of Oregon State. Johnathan Smith of Oregon State is a really good defensive-minded head coach, in my opinion. I think he could turn around the defense, and I think he could be a great building block for recruiting. So the only thing that kind of looks like a red flag to me is he has by one game, he is under 500. He is actually 34-35 over 6 seasons at Oregon State. I get this from abcnews.com, including an 8-4 mark this year that helped the program earn at least 8 wins in consecutive seasons for the first time in more than a decade. He's 44 years old. Harlan Barnett was the interim head coach, coached in 10 games, because remember, they fired Mel Tucker early this season. I'm talking in September. Harlan Barnett was 2-8. You got Smith coming in, who's just one game shy of 500 within the past 6 seasons. But you look at the turnaround for Oregon State, and if that's what you're going to build off of, if you're Johnathan Smith, I think it's a good hire. I think you go with it. I think he's a great recruiter. I think he still has some room to prove that he can be an on-field head coach somewhere. But I really don't know what to make. I just know that I don't follow Oregon State too closely. I know they have DJ Uiagalelei, and I know that Johnathan Smith is the head coach and that he's won a lot of games in the past 2 or 3 years. Before that, though, he was honestly kind of a loser. And I'm not saying that to rip on him. I'm not trying to be mean. But that's just kind of how it was. So it's one of those we'll wait and see type of deals for the Spartans. I do hope Michigan State gets turned around. We got a couple Michigan State fans in the community, at least one that I know of, an MSU #1 fan, who we've talked to several times with him on Michigan State football. So maybe we'll have to get in touch with him soon and see what his thoughts are on the hire. But my assessment is that only time will tell. I think there's a big hole that Michigan State is in. And I mean, they even lost their quarterback, Peyton Thorne, who wasn't even benched. There was just some drama, and I guess, I don't know what it was that drew him to Auburn, and drew him away from Michigan State. But you lose a guy like your quarterback that's been starting for you, that's given his heart and soul, and then it just crumbles down. And they just took a beating last night to Penn State. Not a good look. Michigan State's not in a good situation, but they're hoping to get it turned around quickly as possible, with Johnathan Smith from Oregon State. Let me know your thoughts on this hire down below in the comments. I love you guys. Let's enjoy the Iron Bowl this afternoon. We will be live. Hope to see you over here. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving. And happy rivalry weekend. Roll Tide. Ballard is out. Peace.